So we're going to try to figure out how this works on our own. So like bless, what is bless technically? +1 bonus to attack rolls along with +1 will saves, right? So it looks like we have like 3 of each of these level spells. Yes. But is this learn? We have Cure Light. See, we already have some of these overlapping spells with Bard, so we don't want to overlap the spells. But like, let's say we did... so before I even click this, this might be learn the spell. Does that mean we can't unlearn it and switch these out again? That's my question. So, like inflict light wounds, right? 1d8 points of damage, +1 point per caster level to a maximum of +5. Inflict have a reverse effect when used on undead, causing a target undead to take an amount of healing equal to, yeah. And that's only 1d8. We're already dealing a lot more with our physical weapon. We kind of don't want to waste spell slots on inflicting damage like that unless it's a really good attack. So like, for instance, magic weapon. You empower the touch weapon with +1 enhancement bonus. That's kind of cool. We could do protection from alignment evil. Would be kind of in character. Remove fear. Sanctuary. Presence is completely ignored by nearby creatures for the duration of the spell. That's kind of useful, but we also have invisibility, which is like the same thing. Like, what's the difference between invisibility and sanctuary? Well, sanctuary, you're not invisible, but you're still ignored, your presence, right? So which one's preferable, or what does it matter to have either or both, rather? Scare. So Shield of Faith, I would say, so summon creature 1 is Dire Badger. So like, if we had summon creature 1 on our cleric spells and summon creature 1 on Bard, would we be able to summon 2 badgers at once? Maybe not. I don't think they'll overlap. I think they'll overlap. I think they will overlap and that they won't stack. That's my guess. Shield of Faith, +2 deflection bonus to armor class. Additional +1 bonus for every 6 levels of the caster. So when they say the caster, did they mean 6 levels of cleric caster levels or total levels? Because we are level 6 right now. Let's say we'll try Shield of Faith. And we removed it. Yep, so we can do that. So these are just the spells we can have memorized at a time. So we're going to do Shield of Faith. We're going to do Bless. What is Bane? Yep, -1 penalty on their attack rolls and saving throws. So that's a debuff. Divine Favor. +1 bonus to attack and weapon damage rolls for every 3 caster levels. At least +1 to max. We'll take Divine Favor. So we have Divine Favor, Bless, and Shield of Faith. And cantrips. We have Inflict Minor Wounds, we have Light, Resistance, and Virtue. So we already have, with this one we have Light, Resistance, and Cure. This one we might as well get Inflict. We'll get, what's Virtue? 1 temporary hit point above his maximum total. Temporary hit points, I'm always leery about those. But we'll take Virtue just because we don't have it. We have the rest of these. And we'll take Cure and Inflict. Right? So we close that. How does this work now? Let's say we not close it. Let's bring it back. So those nope, I didn't need to do that. So are these we don't get any information to click on there about that either. So we can't, can we like, let's say we try to go like this. It did, but we don't have any castings of it. Are we not high enough level? How does any of this work? It says memorize, so are we memorizing them over a period of time? None of them, see, all of these are kind of grayed out. And they may also even need a certain level that I don't have. Like, I guess there's a lot of questions I have now then about how this works. Like if I go Shield of Faith, caster level Cleric 1, innate level 1. Innate level 1. Abjuration School. Yep. So it's a thing to learn, and I could learn it. Maybe I'll just research it off screen and do it later. Well, I kind of am curious if I could have these spells right now, so maybe I'll just check that. You know, I'll just check that right now, real quick. All right, we looked it up, and it says after resting. So what is this here? Have we seen that before when it rests? I don't even know if we've seen that icon when it rests. Yeah, so after resting, you're supposed to be able to prepare the spells, and the spells do appear to be of our level, you know, I mean, obviously. So that prepared it, right? So now it's not grayed out. Good. And then you have to drag the spells into here. The question is if I use this once, so like let's say I use Shield of Faith, so let's just go ahead and use Shield of Faith right now. Yep, it's grayed out, obviously, which I knew, I figured that would happen. But then the question is rest. Freeway rest right now. Yep, so you never have to re-memorize the spells if you don't want to. That's nice. They're always going to be loaded in here, but you can load different ones in as they say. Like bullets from a gun is, I think, the words that the response gave us. So you can just load them in. That's cool. I'm really into this now. I'm liking this. I'm liking the way this works because... so like if we use this, a level 1 cleric spell, we're just going to use it again just to see what happens here. They're separate from our bard spells, so all our level 1 bard spells, like this one, these didn't go down. So we kind of get like more, in a way with multi-classing we get more, there's always like a give and take, or like can't rest while enemies are, what? We just rested though. Let's go back here. There's a, you know how it is. Like there's like a sacrifice for every gain a lot of the time. Although ideally you want to be continually gaining and on like an ascension path and continually increasing your abilities in a game and in real life. I think real life mirrors games. I think games are like real life. But either way, I think you want to the fact that it's multi-classing allows you a whole other stack of spells with the 0 and 1 and whatever level spells you continue to get. So you're able to cast both of these classes' arsenal of spells, all of these at once. That's kind of a lot. So that's kind of cool. And we have seen some spell overlap so far, like, with the cleric. We've got some overlap definitely going. Like, for instance, Cure Light Wounds and stuff, some of the curing spells. But we also have new spells that, and Summon Creature, that was another overlapping spell. But we have new spells too, and I think we'll probably continue to get new spells. So what's Magic Weapon again? You empower the weapon with enchantment bonus. Bless, Divine Favor. I think these are the 3 greatest level 1 spells that we can use, though, for our buffing. So we're doing like no debuffing and all buffing. And then we're doing, except for maybe inflict minor wound. That's one we'll probably pretty much never use that one. Um, just because the damage output isn't worth the spell slot, in my opinion. I'd rather have a cure or a buff and just use our ridiculous mace or our club. Do we still have the club? Did we sell the club to the divining pool? We might have sold the club. We had the club, which was a plus, was it a +1? I think we had an enchanted +1 club as well, which we might have sold to the divining pool. That might have been smart to hold on to that as well, not only have this dire mace, but this is what we're using now. But we have yeah. So an entropic shield. What was that one again? Okay, yeah, that's too specific. That's why I like when it comes to buffs, like if you only have to think about it, you only have 12 slots here, right? And of course, you don't need to have a slot, I don't think, to cast a spell. You can probably, maybe you can cast it. Well, you can switch them out, but you don't want to be switching You don't want to be switching things out in battle. Obviously, it's too much, I think. And let's see. We basically never use daze, which is fine. It's a good one. Could be useful. We could find it useful, but I think I'm going to remove that. No. Can I? Yep. And we could maybe... if only we could click and move these here instead of going from the menu. Let's see. We're gonna rearrange our menu. So we'll put creature at 12. We'll put it's good to have these heals here, I guess. And everything else is going to be, but we're gonna put invisibility. Let's see. Put resistance. Armor, resistance, and song. Oh no, that's what is it? It's not a bard spell. It's special abilities, bard song. Yeah. And then we're gonna do, we might change this. We might even take this one out completely. Because it's so rarely used. Invisibilities, oops. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Put that there. And I'll put summon, yeah. I'll put creature there and invisibility there. And then here we're going to put, let's see. We have, yeah. Virtue, we have another Cure Minor Wounds. Right. Shield of Faith, Bless, and Divine Favor. So, whoops. I need to do that. +2 to armor class. +1 to attack rolls. All allies within the area of effect gain +1 to attack rolls. Okay, so we're going to switch out Bless. We can even leave Bless. Oh, what's Doom? What's Doom? -2 to attack rolls, yep. Endure Elements. Damage resistance. Elemental. Yep. I could have guessed that, I guess. Oh yeah, and magic weapon, power of the weapon with touch, so. So was it Bless that was all allies. It blesses only allies as an ally buff, and right now we're not even using allies basically at all, so we can switch that out for, I think, magic weapon. And then we're going to put, so we have, let's see, only 2 more slots here. We don't really care about virtue as much. I mean, we care about it as a trait, but not the spell itself. We could also possibly, we can see what happens when we add this. What was resistance again with Bard? +1 to all saving throws. Yeah. Maybe we'll take out resistance. That's what we'll do. And we'll add armor. Put armor here. And we'll remove this. And then we'll add this. Cure minor wounds here. So now what I want to see is, so we can use these cure minor wounds, these, and these. Right, so we can use the cleric cure wounds and the bard cure wounds. So it's another stack of curing spells. So it's kind of a lot of curing, but it's always good to have those. Even though it's a minor wounds doesn't cure a whole lot. It's kind of just very much management. You know, it's kind of minor damage upkeep. Just from the amount that it heals for us. But then we have these 2 slots, and in these 2 slots we're gonna put what's magic weapon? Oh, divine favor. What was divine favor again? +1 attack and weapon damage for every 3 caster levels. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that again. And this is +1 enhancement for the. Yeah, so Divine Favor is basically better than Magic Weapon, although it would be good to have both. So we're going to put Shield of Faith here. And we're going to put Divine Favor here. And I like still doing the spells, the songs, so maybe we'll keep the songs, Summon Creature. We could also switch out Invisibility. I think that's what we'll do. We'll switch out Invisibility. So we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. And, whoops, nope. I kind of like how robust this is, all these different options of things you can quick slot, though, like quick slotting commands. Things like, that's kind of cool. Let's see, special abilities, crafting skills. You can quick slot as a crafting skill and taunting, you know. What's the cleric abilities? Oh, turn undead, unmount actions. Ooh. Okay, that's cool. But turn undead is also a thing that's kind of rare. Not right now while we're in this crypt specifically, but it's maybe rare enough to where we could. We have those. Oh, we have a second bar. Okay, we have a second bar. That changes things too. That totally changes. Okay. Yeah, you know, this whole episode is just about making our quick bar, hot bar, but I think because of that, because we have a second bar, we're gonna change this again. Now the first bar could be all healing, but no, I think what we're gonna do is first bar will be Bard, Second bar will be cleric. No, let's like, let's make the first bar cleric. Nope, first bar is bard because we have more levels in bard and the healings are kind of big for us. So we can leave the two weapons. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna remove that. We're gonna do. This should be easier now, though. This is probably kind of easier and quicker now that we've figured this out. So we're gonna remove that. Move that. Move that. Move that. Yep. So armor. Resistance, summon creature, you know what, summon creature, resistance, and armor. And then we have like days, let's see, we did all our cures, charm, invisible, let's make invisible the last one again, and we'll put, so we have daze, flare, and light. So we'll put daze, what's flare? -1 penalty to attack rolls, and light is just light. That looks cool. So I love to use light. It's just that it has no, basically no. Oh wait, we have 2 resistances, so we can do that. Okay. So we're gonna put charm, person here at the end. So those are charm and invisibility are kind of the least, some of the least used. And then then we have light, daze, flare. What's flare again? -1 to attack rolls, and daze is daze. Yeah, daze is daze. That makes sense. Flare. So we have all our healings. Then our summon and buffs. Then our debuffs, flare and daze, and then we have our practicality spells, our practical use, sort of one-off, less common use spells like charm, person, and invisibility. That's great. Now for this, for the second bar, I'm gonna do this. Wait. Yep. And we have this. So virtue, cure minor, inflict minor. Sure, let's just do it this way. Virtue, cure minor, inflict minor, shield of faith, divine favor, and magic weapon. So that's it. We did everything. So we rest again to recharge all those. And so we're gonna save. That was a lot of work, kind of, to get those done, but I'm happy with what we've learned now. So it wasn't a lot of work, it was just me figuring things out. And so, like, if we cast... Right, so say we have, let's see. We have Cure Light Wounds, and here we have Cure Minor Wound. This is Cure Light, this is Cure Minor, Moderate. This is Cure Minor. So this Cure Minor is 1. You cast it. What's S? Why does it say S? Huh, and that took away from that. Okay, I guess I still don't. But it doesn't take from these, because they're separate. I think I figured that out, except for the S thing now. I don't know what the S means. It's like we have more. We had like two more casts after we ran out of the number of per day casts. Okay, sure. Whatever. Alright. Well, that's okay. It's back. It's back again. So we did show that the per days. I was pretty much completely positive that's how it worked anyway. But we did prove that the per days, the per diems, were just based on each individual class. So you cast spells within one class per day spells, and they don't affect the number of per days for the other class, which is great. So it kind of makes multi-classing really powerful in a lot of ways. It adds, like, it's hard for me to see what the drawback to multi-classing. I mean, the drawback is you can't be leveling Bard while you're leveling Cleric. You can only level one thing at a time. But just by switching over and then immediately having this whole other pool worth of spells to add on, I think that was a good idea. I think that was a really good idea. So I'm very happy with the progress of this character. I like where it's going, and I like the things we're learning about the mechanics of this game as well. And I hope you're enjoying it as well. And I will see you in the next video. So thanks for watching. Bye.